EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, Reliant Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on their in-state rivals, the Houston Texans. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, DeMeco Ryans. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number to lock in on before a touchdown pass in somebody.
What a game he had last week. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Stroud. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today is determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Open man, that's Jake.
Taking my first 4th and 4.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. The numbers on the ground for Williams. Williams a week ago. 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Again, it's Williams. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Touchdown!
Good job, Dak.
George Pickens.
Good throw.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Texans as you get a look at offensive coordinator Nick Caley. His guys trail here in this first half. And now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you, with the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys set to get back to work. There's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there.
Listening to the coach.
At the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. For Kidder here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Cowboys had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down.
Take our money.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle.
Running into the kicker, yes.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Accept.
And that flag accepted. Prescott now. That
was bad. I seen that right there. Why would you throw that, fool?
There, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This is
Oh, he threw that like that. You knew it was bound to happen. You knew it was bound to happen.
Once again, with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's the receivers don't spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And Stroud now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Caleb Downs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Good job, defense. Way to get the ball back.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And a solid run down inside the 30. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down.
Well, I'm surprised they gave that to him.
Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets its offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now they'd really like to make the short
Shit.
pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Blue. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy load coming
Taking
from
my
the
money.
offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stroud to throw it. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
There we go, Cowboys.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches
Let's
preach
go.
about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Pop that fool. Wow.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups. right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But we're going to the headliner each and every time.
Oh,
And
come
that's
on,
not
man.
easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Throwing, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
We're going to take our money. We're going to run the ball.
They'll run. This is Phil Maffa.
Oh, shit, we got it. Got the first. So was about to take our money.
13
All my running backs gone.
Cowboys.
That gone too? What the fuck?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue
Block,
to
you
do
fat fuck.
The defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Milton now to throw.
Oh, now he's... Oh, my God. This guy.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on...
Why did he stop? Okay, that goal ball should have been going right here. I'm looking at another receiver. That ball should have been going.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Houston's offense taking over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Good job, Big Wheel.
There, and that's a loss of 5.
Q-Wheel.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Throwing is Milton. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Milton. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. This second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Milton. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They run, Maffa, and a loose football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training
No, we did. Oh, come on, man. No. Oh, why these monsters? We're going to challenge this thing. Oh, we can't challenge this thing. God dang it. It's down.
Houston set to take over. They'll take over
These
deep in
must
their
not
own
gonna
end
cheat.
after
The man was
fumble
down.
recovery
Come on now.
as they start 1st and 10.
Why they about to cheat?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn
Thank you.
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw, it's Milton. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Carry that from Maffa. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Phil Maffa, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Landon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here's Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call it as an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys trail here in this first half, so he and the rest of the staff will be looking for ways to keep this deficit right where it is. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Milton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Milton. He's got this to Pickens. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This quarterback now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back to throw. Milton. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too big there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll give it 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
59 yards.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So halftime.
That guy didn't go out of bounds.
Time to join our good friends.
Oh, come on, man.
EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. And this is the new addition to the Steelers' backfield, Rico Dowdle. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. The Steelers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles as they play host to the LA Rams. And here is Devontae Adams. We see so many of these, a run-pass option. They go for the pass, and it was the right decision. And that's a 61-yard touchdown grab. This one all tied, 10-10 at halftime. Lastly, let's get a jump on who might be the Week 4 Player of the Week. It's our impact player, and it happens to be this man. And how good is it to see this man back from injury, Daniel Jones? He was sensational all afternoon. This, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Colts are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cowboys set to get back to work. There's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. His guys are out in front, and they'll try to work on trying to find some ways to extend this lead. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Prescott from the gun. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Come on, game. Don't do this.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes.
Good job, defense.
This time for the sack. Kenny Clark in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys trail here in the second half, and things haven't gone quite their way, so that makes this upcoming possession an important one to not let this deficit get any worse. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he rips that one incomplete there.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Prescott now from the 50. His throw incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Prescott now. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And this defense rallies.
Take my 4th and 4.
Short of the first down,
Right here at
24. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on his Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Milton. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that will do it. You force third and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on third down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, and they block on a big-time running play and create extra space. You've got to hit the jackpot there. Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Finds Pickens out right.
Take my 4th and inches.
Just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They run for it. Here's Blue. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he stopped immediately there. Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to get right. A lot of coaches coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick on for the Cowboys.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive line and creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go again with Blue. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Here's Maffa. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead. You love that, don't you?
No doubt about it.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Texans as you get a look at offensive coordinator Nick Caley. These guys trail here in the second half. So every drive important now as they try to mount a comeback. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And Stroud now to throw. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Stroud working out of the gun. Caught left side. Here's Dell. It's going to be a nice pickup, but it also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Texans on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The throwing again is Stroud. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And the defense coming